field position once again. Here is Henry, and that was Peters.
How one performs during their rookie year isn't always indicative of how the rest of their career is going to play out. No, that tends to fall into the sophomore and then junior years. Changes in personnel, coaching, expanded or reduced roles, there's all sorts of things that can adjust a rookie's performance in their second year. The 2022 NFL rookie class provided the usual: young stars, unexpected surprises, disappointments, and the typical growing pains. While some first-year players from 2022 are poised to improve this upcoming season, the stars aren't exactly aligning for other sophomores who are looking to build off their superb rookie years. Here are 5 second-year players poised to bounce back in 2023, and 5 who will experience the sophomore slump.
Rodgers steps up, end zone, Watson, he's got it again!
Bounce back, Trayvon Walker. The Jacksonville Jaguars opted to bet on Walker's high upside, taking him first overall in favor of the more NFL-ready Aiden Hutchinson, who turned in a better rookie year than the Georgia product. Walker wasn't terrible by any means, but everyone figured that his rookie year would be filled with growing pains. In 15 games, he tallied 3.5 sacks, 1 interception, 2 pass defenses, and 1 forced fumble. Pro Football Focus graded Walker at 60.3 on the year, meaning that he was essentially a replacement-level player. Walker was always going to need some time to adjust to the NFL level, so it's hard to chalk up his rookie year as a disappointment. His freakish athleticism and burst off the edge was still frequently on display. Now it's about putting it all together in year 2. Walker and the Jaguars stunned the world by winning the AFC South Division last year, and by erasing a 27-point deficit against the Los Angeles Chargers in the wildcard round. The Jaguars lost Arden Key to the Tennessee Titans in free agency, so Walker should enjoy an expanded role in year 2. Working alongside Pro Bowler Josh Allen should also do wonders for Walker, who looks ready to hit Pro Bowl status with a double-digit sack season. Everything just adds up to a breakout sophomore season for the former first overall pick. Decline, Christian Watson. The number 34 selection of last year's draft stepped up big for the Packers in the wake of the Davante Adams trade. Watson finished the year with 41 receptions for 611 yards. Despite missing 3 games, the North Dakota star tallied 7 touchdown receptions and 2 rushing scores. Watson's 7 touchdown catches were tied with Jahan Dotson of the Washington Commanders for most among all rookies. So, why do we expect regression from Watson after he pieced together a solid rookie campaign? Well, isn't the answer rather obvious? The Packers are going from a 4-time MVP, first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback in Aaron Rodgers to an unproven one in Jordan Love. A-Rod was traded to the New York Jets ahead of the draft, which officially began the Love era in Titletown. We're not ready to call Love a bust. The kid only has 1 start under his belt. But growing pains are to be expected, given his inexperience and obvious need to establish chemistry with receivers. We have no doubt that Watson can grow into a capable number 1 wideout for the Packers, but the sophomore slump feels sorta inevitable here. It's not a knock against Watson. It's just that the reality of going from Rodgers to Love in the span of 1 year. We think Love and Watson could emerge as one of the game's best QB wide receiver duos, but it's just not gonna come together right away in 2023. Bounce back, Kenny Pickett. Following Ben Roethlisberger's retirement, the Pittsburgh Steelers wasted no time finding his successor. The local kid, Pittsburgh product Kenny Pickett, was the first QB taken in the 2022 draft at number 20 overall. Like Trayvon Walker, everyone knew that Pickett would need some time to put it together. Though he went 7-5 as the starting QB, Pickett's stat line had left a lot to be desired. An average of 184.9 passing yards per game, 7 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and a 76.7 quarterback rating is not going to inspire a whole lot of confidence. But then you look at guys like Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, and Jalen Hurts. All these guys kicked it into another gear as sophomores. So, hey, why can't Pickett do the same? And Pickett is loaded with weapons for starters. Fellow sophomore George Pickens is ready to break out following a productive rookie year. Receiver Deontay Johnson and running back Najee Harris will push for over 1,000 yards of offense, and tight end Pat Freiermuth could break out any day now. The O-line was Pittsburgh's weak link in 2023, but they addressed that by trading up for Georgia offensive tackle Broderick Jones. If Jones comes as advertised, the Steelers O-line will enjoy tremendous improvement in 2023. With 1 year of experience under his belt, a wealth of weapons, and a now revamped O-line, Pickett should go off in year 2. A return to the postseason is certainly not out of the question for the Steelers. Decline. Damien Pierce. Derek Stingley Jr. and Jalen Petrie commanded much of the spotlight for Houston Texans rookies in 2022, but let me tell ya, Pierce was by far the most productive of them all. The Florida standout was drafted in round 4 and number 107 overall by the Texans. Pierce was easily the MVP of Houston's offense, recording 939 rushing yards and 1,104 yards from scrimmage, despite missing 4 games. Pierce finished 3rd in rushing among rookies, behind only Tyler Algiere and Kenneth Walker III. So why do we expect him to decline? Well, I mean, come on, isn't it rather obvious? The Texans had to run the ball a lot last year because the passing game was literally non-existent. But they just used the number 2 pick of this year's draft on Ohio State quarterback CJ Stroud, which likely means a reduced workload for Pierce. The Texans also signed ex-Buffalo Bills running back Devin Singletary, an explosive runner with 3 700-yard rushing seasons on his resume. So expect Singletary to get his fair share of carries in the backfield too, which will obviously eat into Pierce's workload. Pierce was a contender for Offensive Rookie of the Year last season, but it's hard to envision him pushing for 1,000 yards again with Stroud and Singletary in the fold. It's not like Pierce's talent is magically going to disappear. It's just a matter of him seeing a reduced role in 2023. Bounce back, Derek Stingley Jr. Speaking of Texans sophomores, Houston used the number 3 selection on LSU quarterback Derek Stingley Jr., who played an instrumental role in the Tigers' 2019 national championship winning season. Stingley Jr. missed all but 3 games in his final college season because of a Lee Frank injury, but the Texans decided to bet on his ultra-high ceiling anyway. With the number 4 pick, the New York Jets took Cincinnati corner and eventual defensive rookie of the year, Sauce Gardner. So, Gardner had a better rookie year. That doesn't mean we should give up on Stingley Jr. He missed 8 games for starters, and he didn't have much support on a rebuilding Houston team that finished in second to last place in the entire NFL. PFF graded Stingley Jr. at just 49.1 on the year, but he did display good ball hawking skills by recording 1 interception and 5 pass defenses. And according to Pro Football Reference, Stingley Jr. allowed 0 touchdowns in coverage and yielded a passer rating of just 78.4 when targeted. No, he wasn't Gardner-like, but Stingley Jr. was still a playmaker in the 9 games that he saw. And now that he's healthy, the sky is the limit for this sophomore. Petrie and newcomer safety Jimmy Ward will also help Stingley Jr. lock down the secondary. Throw in the arrival of new defensive-minded head coach D'Amico Ryans, and everything is in place for Stingley Jr. to reach a superstar level in 2023. Decline, Marcus Jones. For the second straight draft, the New England Patriots got excellent returns out of their rookies. Cole Strange, Marcus Jones, Jack Jones, and Bailey Zappi all stood out as first-year players in 2022, and Patriots fans should be very excited about what these guys can do in year 2. Well, maybe not so much for Marcus Jones. The number 85 pick of last year's draft excelled as both a corner and special teams returner for the Patriots a year ago. Jones led the NFL with 362 punt return yards, and his 645 kick return yards placed 5th. Let's remember that nearly 1/4 of Jones's punt return yards came on that electrifying game-winning 84 punt return touchdown against the New York Jets, so regression as a punt returner is inevitable here. As a cornerback, Jones had 2 picks and 7 pass defenses, and per Pro Football Reference, Jones yielded just a 75.4 passer rating when targeted. But with New England drafting Oregon standout Christian Gonzalez at 17th overall, Jones will now have to expect a reduced role in that secondary. The Pats have Gonzalez, Jack Jones, and Jonathan Jones to headline their cornerback depth chart. Where does that leave Marcus Jones? Probably as the odd man out. He'll still be a very useful player, but over 1,000 special team return yards ain't happening again. And Jones's reduced playing time at corner means that it's going to be hard to repeat his success as a rookie. Bounce back, Sky Moore. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't end up using Moore a whole lot despite trading away superstar wideout Tyreek Hill. Moore, the number 54 pick in 2022, was expected to be an immediate contributor to KC's offense. But Moore only played 29% of the Chiefs' offensive snaps in the 16 games that he suited up for. Moore finished the year with 22 receptions for 250 yards and 0 touchdowns. Of course, Moore can't complain since the Chiefs went on to win Super Bowl 57 anyway. He didn't see much action as a rookie, but Moore will get every chance chance to step up as the new top wideout in KC next year. The Chiefs bid farewell to Juju Smith-Schuster and speedster McCole Hardman in free agency. So now it's up to Moore, Kadarius Toney, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and rookie Rashee Rice to fight for the number 1 receiver position. Not sure if Moore will emerge as KC's new top wideout, but he will certainly fare better with more playing time in 2023. KC drafted him for his electrifying speed and ability to stretch the field. And now it's time to implement him into the offense accordingly. Decline, Tyler Algiere. Algiere defied expectations as a rookie in 2022, recording 1,035 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Only Kenneth Walker had more rushing yards than Algiere. But here's the catch. Walker only had 15 more yards, and he saw 18 more carries than Algiere. For whatever reason, Algiere's rookie year wasn't enough for the Atlanta Falcons. Despite plenty of pressing needs on the roster, they used the number 8 selection in this year's draft on Texas running back Bijan Robinson. So that pretty much means Algiere won't be rushing for 1,000 yards again in Atlanta. You gotta feel sorry for Algiere, who outperformed his draft spot at the 151st pick. He earned every right to enter 2023 as Atlanta's lead running back again. But now, he'll be fortunate if he can even hit 500 rushing yards with Robinson now in the fold. Bounce back, Jordan Davis. The Philadelphia Eagles' stacked defense, particularly the front seven, meant that there wouldn't be much room for Davis as a rookie. The Georgia run-stopping force appeared in just 26% of defensive snaps across the 13 games he was active for. Well, 2023 is the year where Davis introduces himself to the league as a premier defensive tackle. For one, the reigning NFC champions lost superstar defensive tackle Javon Hargrave to the San Francisco 49ers in free agency. Defensive linemen Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox were brought back on new deals, but given their ages, one would not be surprised if Nick Sirianni tries to cut back on their respective workloads. Davis, Cox, and Jalen Carter round out a very dangerous three-headed monster at defensive tackle, but the former unquestionably deserves a starting job come week 1. And if he's granted that, well, watch out, NFL, because you are about to witness what this one-man wrecking crew can truly do. Decline, Drake London. Despite shaky play from the QB tandem of Marcus Mariota and rookie Desmond Ritter, London was one of the top rookies of 2022. The 6'5", 210-pound wide receiver out of USC recorded 72 receptions for 866 yards and 4 touchdowns. With all that talent, why would we expect London to regress? Well, it's for 2 factors. One, as we just mentioned, the Falcons drafted Bijan Robinson. That means Arthur Smith is likely planning to continue implementing a run-first offense. And like Algiere, London should expect a smaller role in the offense. Secondly, promising young rookie Kyle Pitts, who missed 7 games in 2022, should be the go-to pass catcher in Atlanta. Pitts had a monster rookie year with 1,026 receiving yards and should get back to that form. The healthy Pitts and the arrival of Robinson means less targets for London. And if Ritter doesn't take that next step, it's going to be tough for London to repeat the success of his strong rookie campaign. But which other rookies from 2022 will bounce back in year 2? And which ones do you think will decline? Well, let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.